All right, I just need to take a minute to like talk about fucking California drivers. I can't even right now. I've been here for a year and a half now, and I thought California, like Washington drivers were bad, and I mean we've been all over the world. Sri Lankan drivers, like freaking horrible, especially because they're high. The bus drivers drive high. Their eyes are red because they chew on these special leaves, and Italian drivers in Rome. Oh my God. Okay, California drivers, like there's a special place for them, and the first thing is all the interstates. There's like 9 million of them here. So like if you imagine, like in Seattle, if you're driving into Seattle, there's usually just like one main freeway. Okay, that's the I-5, and then there's the 99. But it's really just there's only like one major way to get into Seattle. And then there's the cross bridges. There's the I-90 and then the 520, okay? But in California, there's truly like 12 freeways I can take to get to every single place I'd ever want to go. And I mean, so there's tons of options. So I understand why like California drivers have no patience, like, because I mean when you're in Seattle you have nowhere else to go, so you just have to freaking sit there and take it and suck it up. And even then you're still kind of crappy drivers, especially if the sun's out, like, oh, the sun's out. Whereas it's opposite in California, like, oh, it's raining, we're all gonna die. Anyway, so because there's so many ways to get everywhere, I think that has made people here go insane, and there's zero patience. So here's some rules if you want to drive in freaking California. First off, don't drink any really big caffeinated drinks because you're already going to be amped up driving on the road here anyway, okay? I mean, it took me 3 months to not white knuckle it on the interstates, and I'm a good driver, so I'm just going to say that. Second, learn how to use your horn because you're going to need it. Because if you are driving and like the light is just getting ready to turn green, you best move like the moment it turns green, except the only problem with that is that once a light turns red, there's still at least 2 cars turning from that turn, whichever on the opposite direction. So if you don't go, you're going to get honked at like the moment it turns green. But if you do go the moment it turns green, you're going to hit somebody. Because there's like some unwritten rule here that 2 cars can make it through every red light. Okay? So there's that rule right there. I think that's probably the most important rule, that you need to learn how to use your horn, and you need to make sure that go the moment it turns green, but try not to crash into the cars that are still turning. And then you also, rule number 3, you have to turn. As if you're like the car behind the car that's turning red, you still have to turn. You can't stop. You have to keep going because the car behind you, he's going. Because 2 cars can get through every almost red light. Okay? So just know that those are the rules. This is the 4th rule because I added a 3rd rule. 4th rule is those lines in the road, they're just like suggestions. They're not like actually meant to be followed, because nobody in California can drive in their own fucking lines ever. It's infuriating. I can't take it. Like, I like being in a lane, and I like following the lane so that I take my signal, and I signal when I'm ready to turn into another lane. I can't even tell you, like, I am so glad that our son Sam is not licensed driver to start driving here. I mean, granted, he'd probably be an amazing driver because he could probably be like a stunt driver after learning how to drive here. But also, it was hard enough to have our daughter learn how to drive in Washington, which is way tamer than here. And even then, like, I mean, there's dumbasses everywhere, of course, but here in California, oh my God, other level. And the other thing is like, they don't know how to park. There's cars. I'm parked waiting to pick up somebody, and there's cars. I can see the line behind me. Like, they're all out of freaking. I don't know. You can't even. So I have to roll down my damn window. But see that car right there? Can't park. This car right in front of me. She's a good 2 feet away from the freaking curb. She got out of the car to make sure she parked good, and she left it like that. Like sticking out. Oh, I can't even sometimes. Okay? I can't even. And then parking spaces. People are bitches here about parking spaces. Like if you are looking for a parking space and you see someone else coming from the opposite direction, you got your blinker on because it's a courtesy thing. At least I don't know if it's this way just in other parts of, the country. But in other places that I've been or lived in, it's customary when someone is signaling a light, to turn into a parking space, that if you're coming from a different direction and you saw that there was a car there first, that actually means that they kind of had dibs. Like, I mean, I know dibs is not necessarily like a real thing, but like it is a real freaking thing when you're trying to get your parking spot and you've been waiting patiently and you don't want to get all ragey on people. So when people try to take your parking spot, try not to kill them. It's just how they are here. I don't even know what happens in the water. I drink bottled water. Maybe that's it. I'm not drinking the water from the tap. Hopefully they aren't either, because it might kill you here. But I just can't today. I mean, I drove earlier this morning and I'm driving this afternoon. I drive all the time. I constantly am driving, and I love driving. But in California, it's the best way to get out my aggression so I don't take it out on my family or other people that I have to deal with who maybe say or do stupid things. Like in the car, that's when I talk to people. Like we were singing a song to our toddler the other day in the car, and I swear to God, it was patty cake, motherfucker, move out of the way! Oh my God, is what I said. And my husband just started laughing because that's not really how the song's supposed to go, and it probably isn't appropriate for a toddler to hear. But like honestly, I couldn't. We were patty cake, motherfucker. Anyway, so I just am trying to do everything I can not to crash into people, to stay in my lane, watch people, learn how to use your horn. Don't drink caffeinated beverages while on the road because you don't want to get all ragey. Also, nobody does this, and I personally have been trying to bring this back, like the courtesy wave from the 70s and 80s and even the 90s. I don't know what happened in the 2000s, but as soon as it hit the 2000s, nobody gave a courtesy wave anymore. So somebody lets you in, and this is what you do. You're driving, and then you go, in the rearview mirror so that they can see you, and maybe that positive reinforcement makes them let you squeeze in the future, or let other people squeeze in, and maybe karma will kick in and maybe they'll be squeezed in, and we'll just have a nicer world because of the freaking hand thank you. Okay, I'm done. That's it. That's my rant. I'm good now. I feel better. And holy shit! God damn it, that car almost got hit behind. They're coming out of a turn. I'm over in the Melrose area right now. And this car, I swear to God, I can't even. This car darts out, and this other car comes in, and the one that darts out did not have the right of way. It was they had to stop, and the other side had the right of way, and it was go through. They didn't have to stop at all, and I just can't. It's a Sunday afternoon, and there's cars everywhere, and there's crazies down here on Melrose. Somebody's gonna die today. I feel it, and it's not good. It's not a good thing that someone's gonna die, but people are not paying attention, and they don't give a shit. They just all have to get to where they gotta go and get there fast, and it doesn't matter. And they're on their phones too. They're on their freaking phones all the time. Get off your phone. Your phone call can wait. Your text messaging can wait. I even see senior citizens on their phones. It's infuriating because they already, what I mean with driving and everything. But like, when a senior citizen is on a phone, get off the road. That's all. That's my best advice to you. In California, when a senior citizen is checking their phone messages, just get off the road. Just go park for a while. Just go home. All right. Public service announcement for the day. Good luck driving out there. Stay safe.